Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back to share the square that I have created for Jan as part of the Great Big Little Stitchery Swap, which is being hosted by the lovely Annie Claxton over at Arty Farty Annie. So I am just on near finishing all of my 21 Stitchery Swap squares. I've got one more to stitch for someone in Australia, but this one is going to the US of A, to Jan. And what I've created for Jan, I hadn't heard specifically what she wanted in her square. I had a little look at her blog and decided to create her this beautiful sort of, I guess, patchworky style hexagon featuring piece with lovely little details on it. So let me show you what's here. So we have some beautiful fabrics. I think these might be from the Promenade range by Moda. So they're just a really beautiful vintage fabric, and used 4 little charm squares of those as the background. You might have seen something similar in the square I did for Anita. I then used some beautiful vintage lace down here, which has little flowers and what look like little upside down fleur-de-lis. And so yeah, that's stitched there. But before I did that, I put my little love CO with my initials on that. Because it's more sort of pinky coloured, I wanted to just tone those down, they're quite a sort of a bright red. They're the traditional vintage French laundry labels. So I just put those behind the lace, and I think that gives a lovely effect. And then the lace is just stitched down along here and along the bottom, but it's still sort of left open here, almost like 2 little pockets if they wanted to be used that way. And then I used some of my beautiful Aurifil made in Italy 100% cotton. It's a variegated cotton, and that's what I stitched around the piece just with a running stitch, and then did some little decorative cross stitches to hold each of the separate squares in place as well. Also created a beautiful little hexagon using my vintage little small fabric scraps. That's got the Desert Sturt Pea on that one, and then just lovely other little floral morsels. So these little hexagons, they're a great way to get a lot of value out of your beautiful little prints. It's amazing what you can fit on a hexagon. Then got one of my beautiful antique vintage mother of pearl buttons that I just adore. I love my mother of pearl buttons. These were a massive, sorry, I just bumped the camera, massive gorgeous stash of them that I got. So I've been including those for everyone. Again, I've just stitched with that Aurifil thread across the middle of the hexagon before I put it down. I've got these sweet little pom-poms along here. So this is just the most lovely pom-pom trim. I got this, I think, from the purveyor of Reclaimed Textiles, and they are just so sweet. When I bought them, I wasn't sure if it was like a larger pom-pom trim, but I was so pleased when I got them because they're just incredibly delicate. And I just know it's going to be so handy. It was funny, I was watching a video by Becca from Willow Hill Designs. I hope I got that right, Becca. As she was saying, her daughter or daughter-in-law teases her because says she loves pom-poms in her work. So I'll have to check if she's got this little one. I might have to send her some as well. But yeah, very, very sweet little pom-pom trim. So that's just stitched down over each of the sections to hold that nicely in place. I think when it's sort of wound up, it gets a little bit crooked, so you just need to kind of push them down to get them to sit nicely. And yeah, they're the elements. So I've backed my little hexagon. So basically, stitched all the pieces, stitched them all together, added the button onto it, and then backed it onto some interfacing. So it actually forms a little pocket in which I'm going to put a little note to Jan. So I haven't done the note yet, but I'll be doing that before I seal it all up when I put it in with its card and everything. And that is that's the front. showing you the back because Annie Claxton from Arty Farty Annie loves to see the back. So again, not hugely intricate stitching. I've just sort of stitched around the background and then stitched down the individual elements, including doing those little crosses. You'll see possibly with just a very natural coloured cotton, a vintage cotton I have. Just looking to see if I can see it. It's hiding somewhere on my desk. I have just used that to stitch around, and it's all on my vintage bedspread that I have cut up to use as the backing for all of these squares. So I'll give you a little close-up look at it. Hopefully the camera is focusing. So that's that gorgeous lace. Just love that. Have to use that in my Roxy project. And then yeah, just the lovely vintage style fabrics, the little pom-pom trim, and then down into the hexagon, the beautiful sheen, and they just feel beautiful and cold. The buttons, the mother of pearl buttons. And my hexi's just got little stitches holding it down around the outside that you probably can't even see, just holding it, probably 3 points on each of the sides of it. And yeah, just the beautiful vintage fabrics there. They're just lovely. And I just love, combining different ones together. I know people sometimes use the same fabric in theirs, but I just really like the scrappy look of the fabric. More of the beautiful vintage fabric down there and the little French laundry labels. So there you go. That is the square that I have created for Jan. So I hope you liked seeing that. Hopefully it's given you some ideas of things you can do, and I will see you soon with the last square, although you'll probably get to see this one because it's going to the USA. You probably will be seeing the next square I'm creating before this one, because that's going to Australia. So I'm sure I'll see you again for another video. Who knows what it will be, but thanks so much for watching. Thanks for those that are clicking the like button or leaving a comment or subscribing, or all three. Thank you so very much. It does mean a lot to me. So take care, everyone. I hope you have a great day or a great evening, and hope you're enjoying some crafting too. Bye, everyone.